Hello everyone and welcome to today's IELTS analysis class. Apologies that we are starting later than usual, but I wanted to make sure that I gave you some feedback on the tasks that you have completed in the Facebook group. So the task was a vocabulary task, and the key was to be able to use the correct vocabulary in each sentence. So let's have a look at this together. And we can see here that we have 10 words and phrases which are very useful for IELTS Writing Part 1. And the key is being able to use these words and phrases appropriately in these example sentences. So hello to those who are watching. Hello to RJ. Great to see you in the class today. So let's see, we have for the first example, the most something feature of the chart was the sharp fall in theatre attendances. So the most what? Make this bigger so we can all see it clearly. Okay, so out of these options here, we're looking for an adjective, and the answer to this question would be noticeable. So we can write this in here. The most noticeable feature. So that gives us the answer to the first one. And you can see this is a superlative sentence, the most noticeable feature. This is the feature that is most relevant, or one of the elements that we would include in our overview for academic writing 1. So a very nice phrase we can use there. Well done to RJ and Ikemba on recognizing the correct answer to this question. Let's have a look at the second one. So the second sentence, again, we need to use the correct terminology. Let me know in the chat box if you have the answer. The graph, something, the increase in the market share of Facebook compared to the other two sites. So we need here, we need to use a verb. That would be the most likely verb that we would use. And we can actually see here that the only verb that we've got, well, it's not the only verb, but certainly the key verb we would use would be show. So remember, part of the task says make any necessary changes. And so we can use the word show, but because it's singular, graph, the graph, we need to use the third person singular form of the verb, so it would be shows. So that's the answer to this one. The graph shows. Okay, and well done again, Ikemba, RJ. Good, that is the correct answer. Let's have a look at the third sentence. Shopper numbers something over most of the year, but the last 3 months were less erratic. So what is the opposite then to erratic? They're saying less erratic here as a contrast. We're using the past tense. So if something is erratic, it fluctuates. Something fluctuates, it changes regularly. So the answer would be shopper numbers fluctuated. We should use the past tense. We can see that were is using the past tense, so we should follow suit and do the same thing. And that would be the answer there. So we've got some different responses this time. Remember, again, the reasoning here, we're talking about how erratic it was. If something is erratic, it changes a lot. So the comparison here is less erratic, and that's why fluctuated is the right answer. It can't be remained steady, because if you say remain steady, then there's no contrast to say that it's less erratic. So fluctuated would be the correct answer. Hello, Alice. Great to see you in the class again. Okay, so if we have a look at number 4. There was a something in visitors to the site during the holiday period, with the numbers almost doubling. Numbers almost doubling. So we should use surge. A surge means a steep increase, a significant increase. And that's the word that fits in this context. So we need to use a noun, and that noun is surge. Did we get that one correct? Yes, we did. Well done to those of you that got it correct. You can see that you put it in the chat. Sinoj, RJ, Akemba, well done. Okay, so continuing on then. For number 5, the amount of energy used blank throughout the first 9 months, and then it began to increase. Okay, so the contrast is here. Then it began to increase. So it did something different to that previously. So let's have a look at our options again, see what we've got. We've already used surge, we've used fluctuate. So what could be the option here? I think remained steady is our best option out of those that remain. Okay. It's also possible plummeted is also possible. There are 2 possibilities here, but plummeted would be better used in a later example. So let's go with remained steady. And if we have a look at number 6, sales, this is where we'd be better off to use plummeted, isn't it? You talk about a fall, in this case a steep fall, a significant fall, because it talks about them hitting a low. So plummeted would be the verb we could use in this case. Yeah, it matches with the rest of the sentence. So again, yeah, well done to those who got that answer correct. Having a look at number 7, there was a gradual something in profits over the last years, a gradual decline. Okay, so a gradual decline, a gradual fall, decrease. All of these are synonyms that we can use. And decline, of course, a noun that we're using here. Sorry, just make this a little bit clearer. So that's the answer we should have got there. Okay. And we haven't used downward yet, so I shouldn't have crossed that one off. Just crossing off the ones that we have used. For number 8, the trend for 2 of the sites was upward, with the other being clearly, well, this is downward, right? The opposite to upward is downward. So something that is upward goes up over a period of time. You can say that's an upward trend, and something which goes down over a period of time is naturally downward. There was very little difference in the trend. Is the best out of the two options we've got, the trend in sales. You're comparing the trend to the overall rate. And so finally then, the chart provides the answer must be breakdown of the number of passenger miles traveled according to different modes of transport. Okay. So if something provides a breakdown of something, it provides specific details relating to that particular thing, that particular topic. So well done to those of you who got those correct. As I was saying at the beginning, these are some very useful words. So ensure that you incorporate them into your IELTS writing part 1 wherever appropriate, and also make sure you note down any new words in your notebook so that you can use them in future submissions and in the exam room. So I hope you found this class useful, and I will see you again very shortly. Until then, take care.